Arriving at the bus stop, Jeremy didn't notice anyone else was there. He turned his music up as loud it would go and sat waiting. He hated this part of town. Vandals destroyed everything. Lazy businessmen merely tossed their garbage at the cans, missing most of the time. There had been shooting a couple of weeks ago that had left the bus stop's glass cracked and stained. He was certain that he had heard it was a little girl who had been shot. Shuddering, he put the thought from his mind and closed his eyes, trying to immerse himself in his music. Suddenly, he didn't feel so alone. He opened his eyes and glanced around. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw a little girl. He took out an earbud and turned to greet her, but stopped halfway. Something was wrong. Even in the fluorescent light, the little girl was too pale. A cold aura seeped out of her like tendrils creeping towards Jeremy. His eyes were trained on him, but they were lifeless, and she wore a smile that was just too creepy on her probably really cute face. Her long black hair was matted, and there was blood covering most of the left side of her body. Eyes wide, heart racing, Jeremy wasn't sure what to do. Are you okay?" he stammered. The little girl's smile widened, and she nodded. The smile reached her lifeless eyes. She cocked her head to the side, her smile not faltering, but her gaze shifted from Jeremy to just over his shoulder. He felt the hair on the back of his neck raise. The icy cold tendrils coming from the little girl gripped and enveloped him in his fear. Slowly, he turned around. Black hair hung in his face, matted and small clumps falling out. He shifted his eyes upwards and met the gaze of two glowing orbs that radiated evil and hatred. The nose was pig-like and the mouth had no lips, but instead sported rows and rows of razor-sharp teeth. The creature seemed to be coming out of the ceiling of the bus stop. Its body was skin stretched over bone, but its hands were the worst. Its hands had fingers longer than any human's. There was no nails. They just ended in sharp bone. It reached for him, and as much as he wanted to scream or run, he couldn't move. That's when he noticed the blood dripping down the back of the bus stop and the black cloud connecting the creature and the little girl. The creature wrapped its frozen fingers around Jeremy's neck, cutting off all blood flow and oxygen. Finally, he was able to move his body again. He clawed at the hands, gasping for air. As darkness started to encroach on him, he heard the most beautiful, pure laughter of a child and realized that the little girl was taking delight in his death. The creature pulled him through the roof. Before passing out completely, he wondered how that was even possible. Jeremy awoke to a sweet voice. "I like this dolly the best." He had no control over his body, no voice. His throat hurt, his head hurt, his stomach hurt. He slowly opened his eyes to find that he was laying on top of a pile of bodies on top of the bus stop. His music was still blasting in the one earbud that he had left in. The little girl was brushing his hair, and the creature was. The creature was taking out his organs one by one. He passed out a second time. This time, he didn't wake back up.